Welcome back to GBC World News. I am Cyndi Garcia, broadcasting from Houston, Texas. In Egypt, antiquities authorities announced on Monday that 6 tombs in a necropolis near the famous pyramid of Kasara will be open to the public for the first time. The tombs opened include one belonging to King Tut's treasurer, another belonging to his general, who later became his successor. The Saqqara necropolis served as a burial ground for Egypt's pharaohs and members of their court in the ancient capital of Memphis, and continues to be used by successive dynasties of the Middle and New Kingdoms. The area of the necropolis that will be open to the public lies near the step pyramid of the pharaoh Hoser and includes its tombs that were excavated in the late 19th century by an Anglo-Danish team under the auspices of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities. Since its discovery, the necropolis has been pillaged by tomb raiders who have stolen artifacts and relief blocks and sold them to museums around the world. Egypt's Minister of State for Antiquities Affairs announced the opening of the tombs and called on tourists to return to Egypt in the aftermath of the revolution that has toppled longtime President Hosni Mubarak. He then told the press that the artifacts and relief blocks that were stolen by tomb robbers over the years will be brought back. Egypt has experienced a severe drop in tourism, one of its main sources of income, since around 1 million tourists fled the country in the first days of the country's uprising began in late January. Since then, the number of tourists visiting Egypt has slumped 46%, according to estimates. One of Saqqara's main archaeologists told Reuters that this necropolis of the New Kingdom was the first of its kind to be found in an area that predominantly belongs to the Old Kingdom. The Ministry of Antiquities is working on a development plan for the Saqqara complex in an attempt to improve the experience for visitors and enhance security around the site. An 11-year-old Manchurian tiger recently gave birth to quintuplets in a zoo in northeast China's Heilongjiang province. State broadcaster CCTV showed footage of the cubs nestling next to their mother, some sucking on the mother tiger's breast and some just sound asleep. The record number of cubs born at one time was set by another Manchurian tiger in the same zoo, who gave birth to sextuplets in 2009. CCTV reports the mother was currently only taking care of 4 of her 5 cubs, with the 5th one being kept with another female tiger. And the zoo is looking for a surrogate to share the feeding task with the birth mother. The Manchurian tiger, also known as a Northeast China tiger, is ranked among the 10 most endangered species in the world. Tigers once roamed huge swaths of China right up to the now booming East Coast. Their population has collapsed due to habitat destruction on the back of rapid economic development and poaching for tiger products to use in traditional medicine. The country's Wildlife Conservation Society reports China has fewer than an estimated 50 or fewer tigers left living in the wild. The world's largest artificial floating island, housing 3 interconnected cultural centers on Seoul's Han River, was unveiled to the public on Saturday as the latest addition to the city's multi-billion-dollar makeover. Thousands of people turned out for the partial opening of the 20,400 square meter development, which was privately funded at a cost of about US $88 million. It is scheduled for completion in September. A Seoul Metropolitan Government official in charge of the Han River project said about 59 million people, including Seoul citizens and tourists around the world, had visited the river last year. Now, Seoul expects the island will make those visitors more delighted with places for various activities. The biggest of the 3 islets, located at the base of the Bampo Bridge in the heart of Seoul, is 3 stories high and includes a 700-seat convention hall. The other 2 islets will be used for cultural and aquatic events, including yachting. Many Seoul citizens welcome the new place floating on Han River. 28 3-ply weather-resistant mooring chains secure the island, kept afloat by a giant buoy to ensure that it stays in position and afloat in the event of flood or bad weather. Over the past decade, Seoul has morphed from a drab concrete jungle into a modern, although crowded and at times polluted, Asian supercity. You are watching GBC World News. I am Cyndi Garcia. We will be right back after this break.